Joseph DiPolito, The Guardian. Sandro, why didn't Andres Reyes start?
Yeah.
And why didn't Andres Reyes start? And how did his absence affect your game plan, especially the intent to apply high pressure?
Yeah, we had a little bit unlucky moments after our warm-up, and then he felt sick after the warm-up, and then it was a question for 2 minutes, 1 minute, is he able to play? But then at the end, he was not able, and that can happen sometimes, and then was the situation that Noah starts directly. But what I can say, and for sure the first 15 minutes, LA Galaxy controlled in the game, but our reaction was great. And when we see the big picture, and I told this directly in our locker room, when we see the big picture, I love these guys. I love Andres Reyes, and that can happen before the game, but I love these guys. I'm so proud for the whole group, for the atmosphere also today from both sides, for sure. But our guys, our supporters, and this was amazing, and for sure we are now sad about the result, but when we see the big picture, what I said, I'm very, very proud and about these guys.
We're going to go to the back here with Tom.
Hey, Sandro, Tom Bogert. Were you surprised to see Gaston Brugman in the starting lineup instead of either Royce or Fagundes? What did you make of that, and what did you make of Gaston's performance today?
Now it was clear. So the structure of LA Galaxy was clear, how they play, and the only question was if Marco Reus is playing in the starting lineup, then he came from the bench. But we had our match plan, our game plan. I think we have seen it after 20-25 minutes, and for sure, when we go now in detail, what we can improve, something in our ball position moments. We lost and sometimes too easy the ball, but it's a young group. When you concede after 15 minutes on the road, 2 goals, but then you come back and you try everything, and at the end we had also our moments, our chances to equalize. But yeah, that was tough today, but the reaction, top for the guys, and this is what I love.
We're going to come right down here in front, if you don't mind waiting for the microphone, because we do have some media members that are joining us via Zoom.
Sure.
Thank you.
Coach, you talked a little bit about being proud of the guys after this game, but what is it in particular that you saw out of them after those first 15 minutes in how they played that you were most proud of in those moments?
Yeah, for sure. And when you concede, what I said, when you concede the first 15 minutes here against a very good team, against a very good coach, 2 goals. So, and in the final, the pressure is coming. So for sure, then it's not so easy for the young group like we have. But the reaction, and then to come back, you need then also some set pieces moments where we concede the goal, where we scored, sorry. And that's great. And I said directly in the locker room, now you have 2 options. When you think about this final today, is oh my God, is this chance will never come, and I think the next situation, the next final will come. So, and it starts today to learn about that, to feel that is an experience in this final. So, and then to have a clear direction. But the culture, the identity from Red Bull, from the whole club, great. And this is what I have seen after 15 minutes to come back here, top. Sorry for this, is a German word, sorry, top. But that's great.
Right over here with Jeff.
Sandro, Joe Lowry from Backheel.com. Thank you for taking time to do this. 2 just short questions for you. The first is midway through the first half, Noah, Ayla, and Sean Nealis swapped positions in the back 3. I'm curious what you saw that led you to make that adjustment. And then just a moment ago, you talked about how the Galaxy's structure was clear. Maybe their principles out of that structure, did you expect them to be as direct as they were with some of those longer passes into the front 3 in this game?
Yeah, we have seen this directly then with the first long balls from LA Galaxy, so that we didn't come in our pressing moments to get a good feeling, and then they had for themselves 2 transition moments, and then it was for us clear. So then we have to change a little bit, then especially then on our left side, and that you have more Noah more on the side in build up in ball position to play clean passes vertical in the half space in the red zone. So this was the idea, and yeah.
We're going to go right here in the back with David Goss.
David Goss here. Thank you, Coach. Your team was dominant in the start to the second half. You mentioned the survival after the first 15 minutes. What was the message in the halftime locker room, and what did you see from the group?
Yeah, can you repeat that as well? What I have seen from the group and our message, we had 3 tactical points in the halftime. The first one in our pressing behavior, that we start our pressing higher with Cam on the side against the left fullback. Then we changed then also the position of our strikers, that we have more Lewis Morgan on our right side, so and to have more deep runs than behind on their side, and on the other side that we have then more deep runs behind their fullback, their right fullback. So this was the main message, and clear message in our ball position, to play very quick, to play very simple, to pass to the right foot, to the left foot, to read the situation. This is more tactical point, and to believe. And for sure, then now, and I said, okay, we lost the first 15 minutes of the game, but now it's possible to change the result and to believe, and this is what I said in the halftime.
We're going to come in the middle with Pradeep.
Hi, Pradeep Khatri, CBS Sports. This was a rare game for you, where you actually had as much of the ball as you did. Can you talk a little bit about what it was like watching the team shift to a more possession-oriented game plan? And I know, obviously, you said you're proud of the team for their response, but can you get into specifics about that too?
Yeah, of course, it changed then, but when we are talking and when we prepare the game, we are talking also about solutions with the ball and to find the space. But this is also in our match plan. It's not only to think about, okay, the main part is our defense behavior, and only to think about, okay, we can score after transition moments. No, we talked about all phases during the week to prepare this game. And but of course, it changed after 2-0. Then also from the mental side, the atmosphere was amazing here in the stadium in this final. Yeah, and but what I have seen, what I can say is always the same. I love these guys, how the reaction was, and this is great. And now they are in the locker room for sure. Some guys, they are crying. So our families was here, but that's from the big picture. That's the start. And sometimes it's tough when you lose the final, but also to use this experience to create the next energy, the next intensity. But I would say the next energy level when we start the first training session, not today.
Thank you. We're going to go right here in the back, and then we are going to be bringing in Emil Forsberg. So we're going to go right here in their back for the last question for Coach.
Sandro, I mean, this is a big game for you. You came this first year. And how do you improve on this? This is your final. You take first cup for the Red Bulls. How do you improve from this for next year?
Yeah, to analyze, but first of all, to be honest, to take some drinks today with my guys here. This is also necessary then when we have our celebration, and also to be proud of this big picture of this season. And for sure, then we start to analyze what we have to improve, and but also not to lose our basics. That's important. So when you start the next season, but to analyze very serious, very professional in detail, okay, what was good. And first of all, we analyze today, tomorrow, our emotions, and our characters, to analyze that from the whole group. And that's my part, my responsibility then to go with my coaching staff, to analyze every situation, beginning of the season, mid of the season, after Leagues Cup, when we start the playoffs, and then to prepare when we start mid of January, I think, and then to start, and then clear direction, okay? Not to think then also, okay, when comes the next final, but clear direction then when we have our first training, and this is my focus, but not today, to be honest.
Thank you so much, Coach. We appreciate it.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
We'll be